to be honest. Nobody moves to Richmond because of the mountains. It's a pretty flat town. It's got a great river, not many mountains, but it's got some great trails. And we're going to be looking at one of the most popular today, the Buttermilk Trail. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Greg Somerville, and I get to help lots of folks just like you moving in or to Richmond, Virginia, one of the best small cities in the U.S. To subscribe or to book a call, see the description below. I'd love to help you find your dream home here in Richmond. The Buttermilk Trail is divided into 3 sections. Buttermilk East, which starts just past the Manchester Bridge, goes to 22nd Street. Buttermilk proper starts at 22nd, goes to 43rd Street, and then Buttermilk Heights, which goes from 43rd to the Boulevard Bridge. The Buttermilk Trail is great for walking, for biking. I brought my bike today. I'm not a big mountain biker, but I just wanted to cover a little more terrain faster. We're going to be going about 2.5 miles from the beginning of the Buttermilk East all the way to the Boulevard Bridge. This trail is considered the most challenging within the James River Park system. Lots of routes, lots of twisty trails. Let's see how it goes. Much easier to walk than to ride the bike along this section. One of the best things about the Buttermilk Trail is the access it gives you to other parts of the city. I've come maybe a quarter mile here along the Buttermilk East, but if you want to look behind me, you'll see that there's a way to cross the railroad tracks, drop down, and then cross over to Belle Isle. You can take the pedestrian bridge across Belle. You'll be back on the north side of the river, where so many of the big outdoor festivals are held here in Richmond. I am now in the middle section of the trail, the Buttermilk proper. Lots of runners out this morning, a couple of other cyclists, people walking their dogs. It's a beautiful day here in Richmond. This is the Buttermilk Spring, and it's why the Buttermilk Trail has its name. Back in the 1800s, before refrigeration, milkmen would store their milk in the cool water here before delivering it downtown. The guide was not exaggerating when it talked about roots and rocks along the Buttermilk Trail. These are fun. I'm now here at 43rd Street, where Reedy Creek empties into the James. Popular place for people to put their kayaks into the river. Plenty of parking if you want to start your hike at this point of the Buttermilk. Also a couple of porta-johns, some water, a good refueling stop. All right, last stretch. We are in the Buttermilk Heights section, 1.5 miles to the Boulevard Bridge, or the Nickel Bridge as we call it. Let's see how this part of the trail goes. Well, this is going to be fun. I can go straight down the ramp or I can walk it down the steps. I'm going for the ramp. There's an old rock quarry here on this section of the trail. Worth stopping and parking your bike, taking a little walk around just to see. I'm definitely walking my bike down this part of the trail. I feel like I'm 100 miles from the city right now, but it's literally just across the James from where I'm standing. This pedestrian bridge takes you from Riverside Drive, across the Buttermilk Trail, across the railroad tracks, down to the James. I'm not sure where these stone steps lead, but they seem like a great place to just sit, stretch my legs for a minute before getting to the end of the trail. We need places like this. We need times like this to get away, to recharge, refresh, take a break from the schedule, get away from the crowds, and remember what's important. The James River Park system is responsible for maintaining these trails. Met a couple of guys, Sam and Kit, who are out hard at work and got their thoughts on the Buttermilk.
It's unique in that we're right here in the middle of the city and it's open to everybody, and to have a trail this technical and hard is awesome and special, and I think we're lucky for that.
Well, we started this adventure at the Manchester Bridge. We're finishing up 2.5 miles later here at the Boulevard Bridge, or the Nickel Bridge. Another Richmond adventure under our belts.